Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos!
Coming to you from the Hexapod Soundhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite DJ, DJ Repeat, coming to you again at the Velocity Chaos podcast. Guys, by now you probably know we crossed our threshold of 75 episodes. We got a chance to listen to Luke's picks, we got a chance to listen to Nick's picks, and guess what? Now it's time for DJ's picks. What's up, guys? So, I want to start you off with a couple segments. Hypothetical Life, back in episode 35, Luke becomes a yacht captain, and him and Elizabeth Hurley have a little spicy thing under deck. And then we're going to take it to his chest hair segment in episode 37, where he gets it all out about NFTs and Snoop Dogg and the metaverse. Be sure to check that out. Anyway, moving on to episode 39, taking it back. I want to go to the pyramids, taking it back to Egypt, where Nick digs into a big conspiracy theory and where do they come from, how are they built, and what other questions do you have? Anyway, I want to round out the episode and episode 62 with boats based on a true story about Mona Lisa, or is it Moaning Lisa? I don't know, something like that. But either way, guys, these are going to be some fun segments. They're some of my favorites, and you know we got to give a shout out to our friends down under with Aussie News. One of my favorite Aussie News episodes. I don't know, you might just have to pay an arm and a leg for this one, but make sure you guys check it out. I think I've been having a good time with this podcast, and really grateful to the guys for bringing me out, and I just want to show you guys the fun moments that we all have and have a little laugh. So join me on this little ride and strap up, turn the volume on, and, you know, the other way around. But let's go.
I want to get into hypotheticals. So we were talking about skills, but I'm talking about just not skills. I'm just talking about hypothetical life being a yacht captain / owner.
Oh.
This is a segment where we just talk about imaginary people that we wish we could be. And I think it'd be really cool to just own a giant mega yacht. So picture yourself, Lucas Horvath, the 15th owner and captain of the Equinox.
The Equinox?
You can click on that link in there, put in there, so there's some pictures, and I'm going to break down the stats of this yacht for you, just so you have, and so our listeners have a visual on what this is. This was German-built yacht. It's the third largest in the world by length, by 2 feet, just by 2 feet. It's
all that matters sometimes.
2 feet. Yeah, 2 feet, 2 inches, you know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. Launched in 2009. It's 533 feet long. It's like a floating apartment, more like a floating loft. $500 million at purchase in 2009. So definitely going to be a lot of money. Now, you got a crew of 70 to 85. There's a mini sub, 3 landing craft. It can hold 3 helicopters, 2 on the pads, and I guess 1 below deck somehow. And an inside pool. All right. So this is your baby. All right. The Equinox.
Yeah.
This is it? Or it's the Eclipse. Sorry, my bad.
Did you say a floating apartment? I don't know what apartments you stay in, but
This is more like a floating village, city.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what kind of bars you stay in? No, this is the Eclipse. My bad, guys. The Eclipse. Sorry. Anyway, the Eclipse. You're out there. You're the captain.
My God. That's very...
You're the captain owner, I'm going to say.
Captain owner.
So...
We're going into uncharted water. Or
who's coming out on your third landing craft? Who's the celebs or the famous people or the clients?
I'd say the boys from Velocity Chaos podcast. Or
yes, good answer.
big.
Good answer.
Man,
well,
I'm doing a lot of pandering.
when our podcast really hits,
Yeah.
you can buy the Eclipse. We can go on it.
Buy it used.
Yeah.
But
Used yacht lot.
the yacht lot.
How much for that big one?
That's
That's the third biggest one? It looks like by 2 feet at least.
how much for the second biggest one? The yacht lot. Is that a band name? Is that a good band?
Oh yeah,
the
like
yacht lot.
the used yacht lots.
The used yacht slots.
Yachts.
Yacht slots.
Everyone wears like really cheap button ups and
yeah, they're just like
pandering to you.
40-year-old rock band. Like
Slaps the yacht like, check this baby out. He's only got 250,000 miles on it.
Do we have consensus? Are we adding that to the Velocity
Yacht
Chaos
lot.
band list?
Yeah.
Yacht lot. You can check out our band list somewhere. We'll post it soon. Okay, so no, in reality, who would you invite on this yacht? Like we're in port. We're about to set off. So
Yeah.
who are you gonna?
Oh man,
who's flying in?
I'm the worst. Like I don't know people.
It doesn't matter. Just who do you have?
Who's coming? Well, me, Elizabeth Hurley, of course.
Nice. She'd be there.
She's my cougar of choice.
She'd be there. I spoke to her on the phone. Did I tell you
What?
that? Yeah.
When? That's awesome.
November. She's very pleasant.
Can
Very
you
nice.
speak into my ear all the things that she said?
With a British accent.
Yeah.
No, she's very formal, like very proper, very nice. I
Nice.
liked her a lot. It was just one time though.
Probably get Rob Lowe, John Stamos.
Yeah. No, this is awesome. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe, John Stamos,
Do they get a plus
Elizabeth
one?
Hurley.
Get what?
Did they get a +1?
If they want, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what you said? I got 17 people.
Oh no, you don't have to hit a full list. Just who would be your top people?
I mean, I think those are cool people. Cobra Kai, Thomas Ian Griffith.
Okay.
He's not one of the main characters that you might be familiar, but he was Terry Silver in the third
The third one.
Karate Kid. I
Wow.
thought he was just brilliant in it. I thought he was
Brilliant. Okay. Wow. So you got Tom, you got Rob, you got John, you got Liz. You.
and me. Yeah.
What a group. What a
Like I said,
group.
I'm not great at picking people.
What are we making a TV show? All right.
Who's that? Vigio Mortenstein guy? No, Viggo Mortensen.
Asiago Cheese, that guy.
I
What's
like to
his
just screw with you on that.
Vigio Mortensen. All right, cool. So Vigio, John, Liz, John, and Rob. Okay,
Rob,
cool.
yeah.
So where are you guys going? What are you guys doing?
We're trying to find Atlantis.
Well, if you got a mini sub, you might as well.
Yeah.
So where would you start? Like, all right, you're pulling out of Cleveland. You make it through the Great Lakes and up the locks, and then you're out in the Atlantic Ocean.
Man.
Where do you go from?
Isn't it near Greece or something, or is it like Atlantic Ocean by the?
Dude, I don't know.
That's the thing is no one knows. where it
Nobody
is.
knows.
That's
So
what we got this $500 million yacht that we're going to use to find it.
and you're going on probably like a 3-hour tour, right?
Yeah, just a 3-hour tour.
It's a 3-month tour. Okay, so you got Rob, Liz, John, Vigio, and you, and you're going to find Atlantis somewhere in the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
You're
or
gonna start in the
Atlantic.
Mediterranean,
Yeah,
work
we'll
your way
start there.
out.
Yeah, I'm sure we got sonars and stuff.
You got a mini sub. You got a freaking mini sub.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And okay, cool. Well, that's your hypothetical life. What are the potential downfalls of being a ship captain owner of that size?
I don't know. I haven't been on many boats. I don't know if I get seasick, or is like a boat that big? Do you not get seasick from stuff like that? Like it's too big to be rocked?
I'm pretty sure if it's relatively calm weather, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So that could be a downfall.
Could be down.
Seasickness?
I mean, yeah, you could get stuck out there. I might have invited too many dudes.
Too many amazing looking dudes.
Yeah, good looking people. Yeah, if you guys are, I'll be over here.
I can just picture like Liz, Rob, and John like going off to the private pool, right? Just doing whatever they're gonna do, and you're just at the bar with Tom, and you're just like, "So, you feeling lonely? You want to see
Yeah.
my boat for the 5th time?"
We could check out the 3 helicopters again. That was cool.
Thomas like trying to bond with Thomas, flying helicopters and going in the submarine. Like you're squeezed in there. You like both go to put your hand on the throttle. Like you look at Tom, and you just go, "No one would know.
We're in open waters. There's no rules out here.
There's no rules out here. There's no rules out here or under here."
I'm the captain here.
I am the captain now.
The captain.
All right. So you're telling
Yeah.
Thomas what to do. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sea life would get boring to a degree at some point,
Wow.
Unless you got activities like, yeah, you could do it for a while, but I guess in your big yacht, you're living there. I think you'd long for land at some point, right?
Probably. I mean, I know some people really love the ocean. I do like the water. I think the coolest thing, one, it would be hard to have a personal life. I did meet this couple in the islands. They were a couple, and they essentially just handle catamarans down there, and they do it as a couple. So they get to travel around, handle these rich people's boats and move them around, and then just go move another boat. I mean, that's literally their occupation, is moving boats.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because rich people are just like, oh, I want to meet you in Miami and we'll go down to the Caribbean and then I'll fly home. And then somebody's got to take the boat back up to Miami. So
yeah.
Either you would have to have somebody who wants to do that lifestyle with you, or you'd have to be single because you're just like bouncing around so much. But it could be a really cool lifestyle if you are comfortable living that life, because you got a lady in every port kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm going up to, can't think of a port name. Cape Cod.
Introducing everybody to Liz. Yeah. Or you're like, hey, Rob, like, look at all those people over there. Hey, John, look at, hey, Liz, do you want to go? Okay, well, cool. I think it would be cool. I've met a couple of people who are part of that life. They're pretty
the yacht
happy with
lifestyle?
Yeah, the boat moving lifestyle. It's a very hard industry to get into because it's a lot of responsibility. But once you're in, you got security for life, and it's a really chill kind of lifestyle because if you're just kicking it on somebody's boat until they call you.
I'm sure you meet a lot of cool people.
You do meet a lot of cool people.
I got to get something off my chest.
Do it, brother.
Something that's been bothering me for as long as I've known about it. And I'm not saying it offends me, but I am saying it offends me.
Wow. Which one is it?
NFTs. You know what NFT stands for? Anyone?
Humpback.
What do you got, humpback?
Non-functional transportation.
Close. I'd rather have it mean that.
Non-flying Tyrannosaurus.
That's so close. It means non-fungible token.
Like at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. You have these non-fungible tokens. Like, oh, I can't get the pizza.
Am I the only one who hears the word tokens and just thinks of Chuck E. Cheese? Because that was my.
No, I do. But I could see where you're coming from because you just get tokens.
I'm the only adult who thinks that. I'm proud of that fact.
We got to go to do an episode of Chuck E. Cheese.
Not sponsored by Chuck E. Cheese.
So, yeah, I'm sure that cleared up what NFTs are, non-fungible tokens. I feel like everyone knows exactly what that means.
Segment over.
Done.
Yep.
Yeah. But if you haven't, we're going to go into a little, what was that word you used a few episodes ago? Not diction, the word thing.
Etymology.
We're going to go into word things.
Not diction.
What the words mean themselves. Let's break it down. Non, expressing negation or absence. So not there. Fungible, able to be replaced by another identical item. Something that is mutually interchangeable, like dollars. Or, if I had a grain of rice and you had a grain of rice and I was like, you want to trade grains of rice? We'd be like, okay, I think we'd both be okay with that trade. And then we both now have still one grain of rice that's pretty comparable, even though, maybe on a molecular level they're slightly different. But
Got it.
the value would still be the same. Lastly, in token, a thing serving as a visible or tangible representation of a fact, quality, feeling, etc., things like that. So let's put them all together. We have something that is not mutually replaceable. So that is your phone and my phone. If I said, let's swap phones, you'd be like, whoa. I have an iPhone, whatever. And I'd be like, yeah, but mine's an Android S whatever. But they're not the same, even though they're phones. But if like I said, what if I gave you $1 and you gave me $1? I'd be like, oh, okay, that's mutually. But the phones, they're not.
Got it.
Or like
special.
Yeah. Or if we had two 1989 Toyota Camry station wagons.
Yeah.
Like one of them has 300,000 miles on it, which, roughly, let's do some math. That's however like many kilometers.
About 7.
Yeah. More than 7 at least.
A little more than 7.
Yeah. And then we have another one that was just kept in Grandma's garage, and she only drove it to church, on Sundays. Like
Which was next door.
Yeah, which was next door. And so, if we had those two 1989,
less than 7 meters.
Yeah, two 1989 Toyota Camry station wagons, they're not going to be valued the same, even though it's the same car.
I'm tracking with you.
So
I'm good. I'm happy you clarified this
Yes.
because I thought they were like Indian bread with mushrooms on it, shaped like a
fungi.
Chuck E. Cheese token. Yeah,
That'd be sweet.
None.
the non fungible, fungible
Garlicly.
tokens.
I like it.
So I'm glad you cleared this all up.
Yeah. Well, that's actually the definitions. You got the 1 and the 2. That's the 2 definition.
That's a,
The non, it's
drop-down.
a bread token
That's
with
the drop,
with mushrooms.
a bread token with mushrooms.
But the NFTs are like strictly digital. So the examples that I just used, that was just to get us in the mindset.
Yeah.
So artwork, images, trading cards, stuff like that, like that's digital.
Can't hold them in your hand.
Basically, unless you got it on a whatever drive.
So
NFTs are based off Ethereum blockchain, although part of the Ethereum blockchain NFTs are different than the Ethereum coins. Because you could have one Ethereum coin and I can have Ethereum coin. We can do that trade thing and we'd be okay with it. But if I had, an NFT of, I don't know, me sitting on the toilet wiping my ass, and you had one of, picture of Church Kitten Gabriel, like, are they equal? I don't think so.
That's a conundrum. I don't know which one I'd pay more for.
But just the idea, I guess then I have the problem with all art. If I have a problem with NFTs, then I have a problem with all art. But I guess, actual art is tangible. And, I'm not saying that, creating NFTs isn't skill behind it, but I think they're just vastly overpriced and ridiculous. And the thing is that, yes, you can buy an NFT, but you're only buying the ownership of the original production. But you, DJ Humpback, myself, anyone watching or listening could go and download that same NFT. You wouldn't have, the original,
Sure,
but you'd have a copy of it. And you couldn't use it, but like you could still have it, view it, experience it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't understand the craze. I don't understand what's going on.
So if you had to sum it up in like one sentence, what is bothering you about NFTs?
That people are actually buying these things like that. I'm bothered that it's actually a thing that people are investing in. And like to those who are the NFT artists or selling NFTs, more power to you. Kudos. I applaud that.
Can we NFT this episode of the podcast?
Possibly. I mean, we could probably maybe take a picture or something or make a GIF out of something a moment.
Can you NFT an audio file?
Ooh.
Well, maybe.
I haven't seen that done yet.
I don't know.
All right.
Or we could take
censor this entire segment.
Yeah.
Take it back. Take it back.
Nah, I mean, it's already being done anyways. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it could be like a NFT of me, like, miming, like, eating 2 different ice cream cones or something. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question.
Can you use that again?
I didn't mean to breeze past that, but let me ask you a question. If you could make an NFT knowing you would make money off of it, even $10,
Yeah.
would you do it?
Oh, of course.
Okay, so why do you not like them?
I just think it's idiotic.
You're on the couch. You're on the couch.
Yeah.
DJ Humpback and I are treating you right now with our little notepads and our, what do you see when I hold this up to you kind of thing?
Rorschach's.
Rorschach. Okay. No, I get what you're saying. I think the crazy part is, the thing that bothers me is that it innately goes down into the human psychology part of it of I have it and you don't.
Yeah.
That's the part that bothers me because it's a total pride thing.
But the thing is, even after you have it, I can still have it. I can have the nearly exact same thing with no degradation of quality.
Yeah.
You just have something in some blockchain information saying that you have the first one that was created.
And that's where I agree with you that it's kind of dumb. When you buy something that's physical, say you buy the Mona Lisa, it is the painting.
Yes.
It is the one that Leonardo DiCaprio painted.
Exactly. He was on the ship painting Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Naked. And
The jewel of the sea or whatever.
And that's why it's so valuable. But the point is like it happened.
Yeah.
Now, somebody did sit at their computer and their tablet and did draw out the digital art. So like
that's
somebody did
artistic
create
capabilities.
but you can't hold it. I guess I get it. You're owning the data, and people, as they get further and further into the metaverse, it's like they are owning ones and zeros anyway, and they're owning. The crazy thing that blows my mind is digital real estate that people are buying.
That's another thing.
And
Digital real estate?
Yes.
Like you know more about this than
Not really. I just know about it.
Some Ready Player One shit. They're just buying houses,
but they're pre-selling it. They're selling code. Sometimes it has, you can see the digital version of it, and I think the idea is that eventually it will be insertable into the metaverse, and you can just plop it in. It's like Animal Crossing, where you have your house and then you upgrade your house and you do stuff. And so they're pre-selling it, and people are buying into it. It's all speculative.
Yeah.
This all sounds like elaborate Club Penguin. I'm gonna be honest. That's all it is. Just, you guys remember that shit?
No.
Like when you were kids and everybody like got on the computer in class and you're supposed to be doing the thing.
Wait
it's
a
like
second.
it's like I am Club Penguin. Is what it is. And everyone just hangs out, but like one kid's got a party hat, so he's cooler than you, and the other kid's got like the base package.
Yeah, I kind of remember this.
It was like in the early
Same as
days, Instant
Farmville.
Messenger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Farmville, all that.
Capitalize on those games. Okay, I remember this.
Do you have like ghetto houses in the metaverse? I don't know.
Well, it was like some guys paid $500,000 or something to have a virtual house next to Snoop Dogg's virtual house in whatever this was. Don't quote me on the numbers, but it was some guy paid an absurd amount of money to have his virtual house next to Snoop Dogg's, which to me, having a virtual world, you could be anywhere that you want to be in the virtual world. And is that just to say you have a house next to Snoop Dogg's house? Because, how often is Snoop Dogg going to be in the virtual world? He's living his own life. He's doing Nat Geo and stuff and Super Bowl shows.
Na 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 na. Every time you walk past his front door.
That's his doorbell.
Ding.
Amazon. Na 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 na.
How much do you think NFTs, the highest NFTs?
That's what I'm looking
for?
at right now, because the one thing that's crazy is one person sells an NFT for some they sell it for a certain amount, and they realize they can do it, and then they just do the same thing over 1 million times.
Yeah.
But they never sell it for that price again.
But the thing, so it's like if you're the creator of an NFT, I was doing some reading. It's once you sell it, then it's the owner of the next person. The next person can hold on to it and then resell it at higher value, lower value, whatever. But the creator still gets a little kickback from whenever each time it's transferred. So. I'm saying let's get into it.
Get in the crate.
I think it's still so stupid. Buy our NFTs though.
Yeah, buy our NFTs.
Maybe I shouldn't
Don't
have
deter
said
people.
No, but I if people want to spend their money and support artists, I am for that. I'm for supporting people doing, supporting creative outlets of people. I think that's a great thing, and maybe I should look at it that way. But it's just it's mind blowing that So who is this? Beeples?
Yeah,
I'm looking. He did the first 5,000 days. I think this is him or someone did this. I don't know why I didn't write down who did it, but first 5,000 days. This artist said, 2007. I'm going to start doing a piece of art every single day.
Yeah.
This has been the most expensive NFT ever sold to one owner. So one person owns this. It's a collage of 5,000 pieces of little tiny cells of all these arts for $69.3 million. Oh, equivalent Ethereum, blockchain.
Sure.
But that's the equivalent that it sold for.
69.69.
Nice.
So I didn't do the math.
Yeah.
Which is probably something I should have. But 69 divided by 5,000. I don't know what that comes to.
Yeah, you could do that.
But still.
You have a computer.
Is that like 120,000 a picture?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. In fact, if you could sell a picture for $100, it's great.
Yeah.
A digital one. I guess, man, it's just people think it's part of the future and they're getting in on it soon. I think it's also that, again, it goes down. I think it's just FU money. I think it's just people going, I can spend this and this is it. Oh, that's a movie we're gonna make in the future. In the metaverse.
Oh.
NFT thieves.
Yeah.
They're jumping through space and have upgrades and stuff. They come flying onto your planet.
This
And they
Tron.
They heist your Beeple art hanging up on your wall. Snoop Dogg sees it from his metaverse house and is like, nah.
Yeah.
And skedaddles over to the phone. call somebody else. The metaverse cops come chasing you. It's just it's just copy pasted like avatars of Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
And just so you know, $69 million divided by 5,000 is $13.8 thousand.
Oh, okay, so it's 12,000.
Still,
Yeah,
still.
yeah,
Selling a painting for $1,000. I'd be
yeah.
proud of that.
That's great. But the thing is, I can find this first 5,000 days art piece and experience it in the same
looking at it
capacity
right now.
as the owner of this,
I'm
who
looking
paid
at it right now.
$70 million for it. It's not like you were saying the Mona Lisa, or with the most expensive art piece ever sold, Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi.
Yeah.
The picture of Jesus, or the thought to be Jesus, making the sign of the cross, holding the
Right.
orb,
Right.
for 500 million, 450, whatever.
Jeez.
But probably looking at that would be it'd be a massive piece, like to experience, like on a computer screen. It's whatever 15 inches. Like, okay, I can appreciate it, but like being in front of it is a different experience.
So I 100% agree with you, and I can speak to my personal experience that I always point to is the Grand Canyon, where I grew up. I was 18, 19 when I saw it in person, and up until that point, I've been exposed to so many different images and videos of it, just because of the world we live in. And when I went out there and actually saw it, I thought, we were driving up, and I said, "This isn't going to be that cool. Like, it's going to be boring. I've seen this before."
Yeah.
And you get to the edge, and something happens to you, the awe of it. And awe is a wider field of psychology now, and how awe impacts people and how it's gone down in our modern times because of exposure through the internet. I think that if I haven't seen the Mona Lisa, I think someday I'd like to. And I know the experience is pretty reverential for people when they walk up to it, because obviously you're about to do it. It's in a very kind of isolated place in the Louvre, and you just kind of witness it, right? That's the word I would use, witness it.
Yeah.
And it's right in front of you, 10 feet away, 5 feet away, whatever. And it's an experience. I don't see how that translates to NFTs, because I'm looking at people's thing right now.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really do much for me. And so I tie this back to just like pride and human nature of just, I have it
Yeah.
and you don't. And the only time I think that it could eventually be impactful is if you're in the metaverse. You got your Oculus goggles on and your bodysuit and whatever, and you walk into whatever dude's house next door to Snoop Dogg, and you wave to him, and and then you're in the house, and it's up on his wall in his virtual world. Like, that's the only time I could think that it would have any type of impact on you.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I'm looking at all these NFTs, nothing.
You're experiencing it the exact same as the owner who paid millions.
The only cool one is the Julian Assange one. Did you ever see that one?
No.
It's a clock that just counts every day how many days Julian Assange has been
I have then.
imprisoned. And I mean, that's a cool concept, but why not put it in a device?
I thought it was
that-
Assange. That's why I didn't recognize it.
Assange.
Assange.
But yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's.
Is it Assange?
No, you're probably right. That one's the third highest one, because it's a collective of people putting into that, and it's 50. It was sold at 52 million to all these people, and the highest one that sold was for 30,000 collectors, but it sold at like 91 million value. Called The Merge. PAX The Merge.
My question is, sorry, really quick.
No, yeah.
When you buy that, because when you buy a piece of art, the idea is that it becomes, if you were to buy a Picasso when Picasso was alive and painting, and then Picasso becomes the icon he is,
Yeah.
the value of that painting goes up. Like, that's what's going to be interesting. Next step. Do these NFTs go up in value over time, or do they just crash and burn? Like, I don't know. That is going to be interesting to see.
Well, clearly people are hoping that value goes up.
Yeah, but there's nothing to hang that on.
And what if the whole network goes down? Then I guess the money doesn't even matter.
Well, they tell
anymore.
people to back it up.
Okay,
hard
well now you
drives.
got these hard drives, but what if computers never work ever again?
Worst case scenario.
Then okay, but then I guess Bitcoin wouldn't matter either.
If,
or
if
or
computers just
crypto.
cease to work, you got bigger problems
Yeah,
than
yeah.
your NFTs shitting out. You got way bigger problems.
Yeah.
What if like we're going backwards though. You have Amazon starts buying real estate in the digital universe, and they open up a digital store next to Snoop Dogg's house. That is a physical digital store that sells NFTs, and then we're all back to square
And
one.
then Snoop Dogg's like, I can't live here with all this traffic.
Yeah, I
hate
can't
it's
even
not
hear my
the-
doorbell. It's all
Not
like,
the neighborhood I moved into.
And then he moves.
Yeah.
And then all those NFTs just crash. Worthless. It's not
Worthless.
even worth
No, no,
anything
no,
because it's
That-
worthless because you can't even go live on it. You can't farm on it. You can't put food on it.
Yeah. That would be cold. That would be cold.
You know what's the future?
I do.
Well, it's right now.
Future's right now. Well, not then,
Not
but
anymore.
now.
Now it is. Now it is. Now it is. No, man, the future is pyramids, dude.
What?
The future is pyramids.
That?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They are. They are the future. I feel we should live in pyramid homes.
Do you really feel that way?
Maybe not pyramid homes, but maybe dome. Like I want to live in a Hobbit home. Like just, throw some dirt on it. Create some couple domes, stuff like that. And
I don't like houses the way they are. Change
I
them.
don't.
Change them. There is a big like bulb house down in a couple 20 minutes away from here. It's like a big rotunda kind of roundhouse. Go
Give me a
talk to
second.
them.
I gotta
Yeah.
look up some
See what that heating bill's like.
definitions.
No. So we're going to talk about a conspiracy theory, many conspiracy theories around pyramids, how they are the future apocalypse, the future alien landing sites. We are going to talk about the pyramids of Egypt.
Ooh,
There are some other pyramids around the world, but we're going to specifically focus on these, right?
I'm for it.
Have you ever been to the pyramids?
No.
Do you want to go to the pyramids?
Yes.
I would also like to go to the pyramids. They look amazing. Probably like a once in a lifetime.
Road trip
Road trip. Here we go.
right across the Atlantic.
So I'm just going to talk about a couple things. I do also want to pitch this to everybody. I think doing a lot of research on this, there's so much out there on pyramids in general that I think this is going to be a two-parter. So I think we're going to come back to the segments, mostly because I have unfinished research to do.
You just want to know more.
I got to brush off some stones, bro. Anyway, reasons why people think there is something more to the logical explanation of how they built pyramids.
What is the logical explanation?
That's in part 2.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to pitch you the fake part, and then we're going to do the real part.
How do you know it's fake?
It won't be conspiracy theory that time, though, to be
Big facts.
explaining or something like that.
And then maybe the alien you talk to will tell you how they were built.
Yeah, he comes back and he's just like, yeah, we just use a portal machine to just drop the bricks on top of each other.
Those dirt piles?
Yeah.
What?
We did that.
Yeah, we had to need some place to throw our sand.
It took us like 150 years, like a week in our time. Kick back, drink some flub juice. I'd imagine that's what that guy said because I didn't meet him. I just saw him walk out and assumed all of this from him. All right. So anyway, people for some reason argue a lot about the pyramids because the size of the stones, they're like 2.5 tons a piece, which is massive. And this very ancient civilization moved them and stacked them way, way high up into the sky. And it just like seemed like an impossible task. The number of stones is also one of the reasons why people really like are fascinated by it. There's like 2.3 million stones
Oh, Jesus.
in the Great Pyramid alone, which is wild. Then also they're shrouded in mystery because the age of the pyramids, they're one of the oldest structures on the planet. And there's a relative lack of documentation just because, interesting enough, the Egyptians wrote a lot of things on papyrus and like didn't always do the stone carvings, which helped us like crack like the Rosetta Stone and things like that, which had just existed for centuries because of them lasting so long. But papyrus and papyri, I think they call it, was made out of like modern day paper was made out of pulp from plants, so it deteriorated faster.
Well, they had that Tropicana drink called peach papaya. I think that's what that was made from.
It was made of peach papaya.
Yeah, that was good.
A pop, isn't that a pop?
Sort
No,
of.
it's a soda.
It's like a juice,
It's a soda.
carbonated juice. Sorry
So-
to.
Those are a couple things. Those are a couple things why like people can't just explain it clearly. Of like, oh, this happened when we remembered it happening, and that's why.
Those hieroglyphs weren't elaborate enough for you to understand.
They weren't concise enough. They weren't playing Wordscape, Hieroglyphscape. Anyway, I'm just gonna run through a couple of the leading conspiracy theories around the pyramids, and I just want to see which one sticks out to you.
Okay.
The pyramids are the remains of Noah's Ark.
The remains?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense.
We'll come back.
Okay.
They are a superconductor or like a power grid.
Okay, yeah.
Slaves built the pyramids.
I could see possibly.
That's actually a conspiracy theory.
I mean, what you got to think with the Great Wall of China. Are we getting more into depth to these?
We
Or
can.
do you want my take on them now?
I'm giving you 6, and then we can talk about them. 5,
Okay.
7.
Okay.
The Illuminati built the pyramids.
Aren't the Illuminati more recent?
The pyramids can tell us when the apocalypse is happening. And aliens built the pyramids.
Yeah.
So
probably.
Noah's Ark, superconductor, slaves, Illuminati, apocalypse, and aliens.
Yeah.
Which
I
one?
agree.
Which full
All of
slate,
them.
full slate,
All of them.
full slate. Thumbs up.
No, I feel like slaves is probably the most probable because, I think Great Wall of China was built with slave labor, and that's incredible feat of humankind.
Yeah,
So I think that's very plausible.
I'm gonna take a note that you said that. Luke, thumbs up on slavery. Got it.
No, not thumbs up on slavery. I'm just saying that it's been seen as far as what things can be do with manpower.
This is great because this is how we're gonna do this. Part 1 and part 2. We're gonna talk about each of these. We're gonna
Okay.
get your thoughts, and then I'm gonna dispel them
okay.
on the next episode. I shout out to some of my friends, Aaron specifically, who just is a master at just poking people's buttons over this. He's obsessed with the conspiracy argument.
Uh-huh.
He'll be like, I don't actually believe this. But he'll go over to somebody and be like, pyramids, aliens. People are like, no. And he's like, yeah, look at this video. And he will just egg these people on for ages. And they're getting all riled up. They're getting mad at him. And he's just like, see, I told you. Like, I don't believe this. at
He's a
all.
master debater.
He's an absolute wanker. So, yeah.
Yeah. Noah's
so Luke
Ark, I don't
thinks
think.
this is plausible.
Wasn't Noah's Ark a boat?
Yeah, Noah's Ark was a boat. So how is
So it's a
Went
stone,
to Sunday school.
stone boat. Yeah, man, come on. I
Yeah.
paid
Come
attention in
on.
class.
That's-
I got kicked out a lot, but I got to listen from the hallway. I like the stories.
Yeah, I don't see how it's remains of Noah's Ark unless they just threw some dirt on top of it.
You pick slaves.
So-
I got to pick Illuminati.
So there's a part of the theory is that Noah didn't actually build a boat. He just built the pyramids.
And then hunkered down.
Yes. And they withstood the flood.
Huh.
And he just huddled up
Genius.
inside.
Did they have like a air pipe coming out so they could breathe?
I guess that's the whole point. But I mean, if you look inside those things, I don't think that's very plausible.
Yeah.
But they think, because then people just go, well, the scans aren't accurate.
So hold on. Some people are saying no one never built an ark. No one could build an ark like that. But other people are saying, no, he didn't build an ark. He actually built pyramids that would be way harder to build than
Just
an
him
ark.
and his 2 sons, Shep and Joe. Like, yeah, they went back there and just stacked the rocks. You know how it is.
Easy. There actually is a guy that like shows people how he can move like multi-ton blocks with very I don't know what the word, very basic tools like rolling on logs and just using pivot joints and stuff and leverage
Yeah.
and fulcrums.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll find that guy for my proof in the
Yep.
next one. Okay. So the superconductor power grid.
I suppose. I mean, it makes sense. Like you have all those documentaries on how they, they're lined up, it's facing certain ways. Like,
yeah.
and I feel like this kind of ties in with telling about the apocalypse or whatever whatever society that did build these or aliens or whatever that did build these. Like, I feel like a lot of these are connected. A few of these like are
Sure.
possibly intertwined.
Sure. Yeah. So the superconductor one is more like the functionality of some of the chambers. Like people think that like the way air moves through the pyramids, it can pick up static electricity, which essentially created like a power source.
Mm-hmm.
Other people thought that the way like water would flow through it, if it had been filled with water, it was almost like a pump system that like moved through and turned turbines and created power that way. So
got some like joints that are like acting up, and they just like get a camel over. Get the camel, and the camel like they nudge it, and the camel spits on it and lubes it up. Very efficient stuff.
And then like the real kind of more mystical belief is that they're just aligned in a particular fashion to the stars, and that is what siphons off universal energy.
Ooh, maybe that's what's drawing all the power for the Tigris and Euphrates.
Yeah, just they're pushing. Yeah, they're just look at that. Look at you. What's the big river in Egypt?
Yeah, you know.
It begins with
Denial.
I'm in denial.
yeah,
You're in denial.
You are
You're
in
between, dude. Shout out Miss Tupa in 8th grade history class. Mesopotamia was between the Tigris and Euphrates.
Ooh,
Mesopotamia.
Thank
You
you, Miss Tupa.
Mesopotamia with me? I gouge your eyeball out.
Mesopotamia with you gonna be in denial, bro.
Wow, love that one. Hit your little hit stick. All right, so you kind of believe that one could work or no?
but yeah, I don't see like we can see through history a lot of ancient civilizations that did stuff based on stars and moon patterns and things like that. So maybe not necessarily that it's a conductor for anything, but aligned. Maybe it is a conductor. I don't know. Maybe
Just
you
ancient
throw
technology.
a coconut in one end and you come out with a gold bar on the other end. Have we tried that?
Yeah, I don't think so. But when we go there on the road trip, what are you doing up there? It's just a coconut, don't worry.
The science experiment.
You throw it in there, just shoots out a boat-sized gold brick.
Yeah.
Look like an arc.
Yeah, it's an arc.
It's an arc. It's just a
Yeah, that's what.
Arcomatic.
See, Noah built these as factories to build the ark.
And then no one wanted to buy them.
No one wanted to work. And then he got accused of using slaves to build the ark. And the factory. This is it all folds
It's
into
like no
itself.
one understands me. I'm
It's like,
just
this isn't slave.
getting
I was
some
trying
animals.
to save everyone.
get my pets going on my boat. Wow, that's hilarious. Arcomatic, got it. I'm writing that down. We're gonna start our own conspiracy
Yeah.
theory.
Or that's how they make sand. That's where all the sand in the world comes from. And that's
They're just sand machines.
yeah.
We forgot to shut it off. The Sahara's just like full, like just
overflowing.
It would be really, really cool if you threw something into the pyramid, it just spat something else out on the other side. But the more valuable the thing you shot in, like the more valuable or big the thing came out the other side. Like that's funny. That's like a cool idea. Doesn't happen.
I'm an ideas guy.
You're an idea. Love it. Good. The Illuminati built the pyramids.
I don't how old is the Illuminati? I mean, they would have to be
Well,
thousands of years.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, maybe they're aliens. Like I said, some of these are intertwined. So maybe maybe they're Venusians,
It does get a little blurry.
and
It does get a little blurry with all this stuff. I mean, the Illuminati theory is just like they built it for a special purpose or just because they could.
Yeah. Or the Illuminati are aliens.
Or the Illuminati, could they work with aliens. There's also the thing with the Illuminati that they just like encoded symbols in it, and that was like the big deal. Was it was a data carrier? Because like what's going to last longer than a giant pile of stones, right?
Yeah.
So if you wanted to record data for all time, that's how you do it. You don't put it on a micro SD card. You build a giant 2.3 million stone pile, like up into the sky.
Yeah.
But
There's okay, we wrote down all the instructions and we got the decoder here. Wait, the decoder's here? You were supposed to leave the decoder down there. You idiot. How are they ever going to get to
it's
us?
just a massive mistake. It's just like a massive
How are
fuck
they going
up.
to turn it on?
That's it. We solved it.
Yeah.
We solved it. Jimmy just forgot. He's like,
Guys, I got that decoder you wanted me to bring. You idiot. I told you not to bring him on the mission. You had one job, was to leave the decoder there.
but he's my cousin, man. What are you doing involving family in this mess, man? Come on, we're trying to build something.
He's trying, all right?
We're trying to make something last forever. Come on.
We all make mistakes.
This is our thing, man. Everyone's going to know we did this, man. Says the guy writing on some papyri, some papaya mango soda.
Yeah, he's the peach papaya guy.
Peach papaya
We all
guy.
love that stuff.
God, guys, I brought the decoder. And I have a cooler of peach papaya to celebrate. Did anybody write this down? Huh? No? Now look where we are. We got to start over.
Yeah, let's choose a new planet.
Let's choose a new planet.
This is starting civilization.
No, I thought it was it was hilarious. I was reading it that you just said a bunch of humans had it and they just screwed up. Like, could you imagine that could have happened?
Broke it.
Planning for 100 years and you just building it, you broke it.
That was the 10 Commandments, but they just read them wrong.
They're upside down.
Yeah, if you read it here, it actually talks about the pyramids, how they work. You know,
everyone's like, Moses just brought us these words of wisdom. Moses is like, bro, I'm just trying to recreate the pyramid, just so we can build one in our town when we get there.
Do you guys ever watch History of the World Part 1? Oh, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
So it just kind of goes back in time, and one of the shticks is there's Moses coming down from was it Mount Sinai or whatever, but with the tablets. He's like, I've brought you 15, and then one tablet cracks off. 10 Commandments.
Perfect. Nailed it. It could have been a lot more rules. Thank God, dodged a bullet. There's only so much you can fit on a stone tablet that an old guy can carry.
Yeah.
If you think
Moses
about
lived
it.
to be 750 or something.
God's like, here are 200 rules. I'm not picking that up. You want me to roll it down the mountain or what?
Let's just take this down to about 10.
Yeah.
Oh, 120. So.
I got one arm and another arm. I can kind of
Best I can do is
twin babies them,
Can we just 5 and 5? Something easy.
5. Let's negotiate here,
All right, we'll take 3 for you, and then we'll do about 7 for everything else. Is that fair?
Or Moses just had these tablets because he was a part of building in Egypt. He had the instructions on how to build a pyramid, right? And God's like, we need something to write on. And they just deleted it. They wiped the micro SD card or the camera card. They're like, do you want me to format this? They format it. Just,
oh crap.
We won't need that. They already got him down in Egypt.
Yeah.
He's typing too slow with his hammer and chisel, and God's telling him, he's like, well, so the top piece of the pyramid goes here, and he's like, shit, I can't keep up. Write some
What'd you
numbers.
say?
Tell people.
You said something about Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, don't kill people. Well, slow down on that pyramid stuff. I'm still on number 5. Don't kill someone.
Then you put the stone on the other stone. Don't put your stones in another guy's wife. Yeah. Got it.
Don't steal no stones.
Well, every tablet, it just broke off, and it's just stones. So it read across the top. It was do not kill anybody when you're putting the block down or rolling it up the mountain. But that part at the end just felt broke off. So just thou shalt not kill.
Really, thou shalt not kill anyone putting stones in the pyramid.
Yeah. Thou shalt not kill by dropping the lever on someone's head.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's stones.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone has their own stones that they get to be a part of this whole process. It'll be, real unity building, team building exercise. And then, you each have your own stone piles. Thou shalt not steal from another man's stone pile.
And then he just dropped it on the way down.
Corporate work.
On Sunday, take a break from stone laying. Just come thank me. And then Monday,
Take
get
the
right
day
back
off.
to it.
I love it.
Here
I
at
love
Velocity Chaos.
Oh, when he
podcast, we go off.
when he threw it on the golden calf, that's what happened. The important. He was just I'm just trying to build pyramids, man. I'm just trying to build pyramids, man. Now I got all these rules I got to follow and make sure other people are following. Man, I don't like this. All right, so
Where are we?
pyramids.
We're
Apocalypse. Got 2 more. Really quick.
Yeah.
We'll bring it home. Part 1. So the pyramids can tell us when the apocalypse is happening. This kind of goes back to the Illuminati.
Yeah.
The guy.
We know everything.
You were talking about the guy brought the cipher out of it. But what if they sealed it into? They sealed it in.
All right. Where is it decoded? Wait, I thought you said
I thought you had it.
put it in there. No, yeah. I said bring it with us. Yeah. No. Yeah, with us, not to leave it in there. God damn it, Jimmy.
I said put it in your pocket. Leave it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, that part of the little tablet message broke off.
They'll find it.
They'll find it. Somebody else will find it. But then we won't know when the apocalypse is happening. That's a theory and something to do with the golden ratio and how like that is in touch with nature and like the end of times. I don't know, man. Like, I mean,
golden ratio, yeah.
I don't see how you can be like, yeah, math's going to tell me when the apocalypse is going to happen. It's like, get out of here with that.
There's a lot of, I don't know, not cyclical. I don't know if that's the right word, but a lot of things that happen a lot in nature that can explain a lot that we haven't really looked into.
Yeah, well, people call that a coincidence.
Maybe coincidence. Yeah. That's the word I was maybe looking for. One thing that I've heard about the pyramids that I thought was mind-blowing is that it's like only 2 inches off of level from like one end to the other. And just to think like thousands of years ago to own it, being built then and then to only be off by that much of like a level.
Sure.
That's insane.
Mind blowing. No lasers back then.
Yeah. I guess you'd
unless there was aliens.
Aliens. Or I guess it would be building a trench and then adding a water level and then making sure that water level's
genius. Wow. See, you already solved the mystery.
Maybe. I don't know.
Aliens, really quickly. Let's just tackle that. Yeah, aliens in the pyramids. Yes, no, maybe so.
Possibly. I think if none of these others work out, why not?
How often do we just have a car that we really love and then we just like leave it in a lot and it rusts and it just stays there and it becomes a part of that field? Like,
all the time.
That's probably what the aliens did. They just said, let's build this up. Let's have a good time. Let's party. Have our flub flub juice. Kick back. They're drinking the papaya mango. What is it? I keep getting wrong. Peach papaya?
They're just like alien party tents.
Yeah. They're like this big. They're like this big. It's just a giant orgy.
It's like Alien Burning Man. They're just like, all right, so Jerry's going to go down there for about 150 years. You set up the tents. Like, Jerry.
We'll come back and...
Jerry, why are they all different sizes? And what's that cat thing you built over there?
Be cool, man.
Bro, I was high.
Remember we went down to Blue Green 3 and like that party with all the sand? It was just so awesome.
Yeah, we couldn't shut the sand machine off, man. It blew it all the way out the coast of that continent, dude. It was wild. We killed a lot of humans.
Buried.
Just buried.
But it was fun.
And now we just watch them like debating about our party tents, bro.
Maybe we'll go back.
Yeah, maybe we'll go back. Oh, man.
The end of days is just a giant music festival. Stoned out aliens.
Show us what you got. We just hear it from outer space. Just hear what is that terrible techno music? Skrillex just is like, my people are here. He just rises up out of the pyramid. Dude, I love that party tents. Alien party tents.
That's the future.
Like, because we were all talking about how the tombs are small in there and they take the radiographs and everything, but it's like, what if they were just really small aliens and it was just like a giant indoor, really private orgy, like just an alien orgy. And they're the size of, 2 inches and it's just massive.
And they actually accidentally killed some dudes, and then so they wrapped them up in toilet paper and put them in sarcophagus.
No, they let one dude hang out with.
And then after he died, they built that monument, or they left the tents for him.
He was like the party king, like the only human who could like hang with them. And so like they're like, as a monument to him, we're gonna embalm him and put him in a giant case.
Is this King Tut? Was that the guy in
Khufu, I think his name was. It was not Tut. Tut was buried in like a tomb.
Oh,
dude,
but who was buried in King Tut's tomb?
Tut. Tut. Looks like rain.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we explored that a lot. I think next time
explored it.
Is there anything else? Like
well, I definitely. You're right. I want to get deeper.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna get deeper in this. We're gonna go really.
Maybe even a 3-parter.
Ooh, wow, 3-parter.
Just have Egyptian theme Velocity K.
Yeah,
I had fun with this one. This was good.
Yeah.
One more thing I'll leave you guys with. There is actually like a field of religion / lifestyle worldview called pyramidology. It was very popular in the mid 19th century through like early 20th century. And it was just like historians, philosophers, astrologers, and astronomers were really big into the pyramids, and a lot of all of these kind of wild theories came out of those guys. Just being obsessed with the facts and the ancient kind of stuff surrounding the pyramids. So pyramidology is a real religion. It's a
real.
religion.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
we all convert.
You said you wanted to live in them, so
Why not?
there we go. We're going to do one of our favorite segments. This is a repeat. All right. We do this a lot. Based on true story, where Luke and I are going to pitch a movie to a movie studio executive off the top of our heads.
It's not easy, okay? You got any ideas? Not you, them.
Yeah, chime in.
I was going to say, I hope I have some ideas.
I hope so.
No, this is so we're going to take a real life headline and we're going to put it into a real life movie in 10 minutes. And executive over here of Hot and Ready Studios, Pizza Pie Studios, Pie Studios. He's going to give us the thumbs up or the thumbs down.
Hey, send us your movie ideas based on these too. Maybe we can compare and do some see what everyone throws in. Or if you would have made a different choice along the way, let us know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a good idea. So here we go. I'm going to read the headline and then we're going to get into this, okay? A man in a wig was detained after throwing a piece of cake at the Mona Lisa.
Oh boy, Pizza Pie Studios, DJ Hot and Ready. Producer Hot and Ready. Are you ready for this wild ride?
I'm ready. I like this story. It's hot. It's ready. Let's go.
It's fresh. It's fresh just out of the oven of the think tank that we got here. So we got ourselves a situation here. The Mona Lisa painting. It is, a one-of-a-kind piece of art. And it's taken all the attraction. No one's going to see the other cool paintings like the Bellevue or the Millet Halle. So like these paintings that were done by Giorgio Giovanni, he's a painter that's just getting frustrated. Everyone wants to go see the Mona Lisa painting, and he's sick and tired of playing second fiddle to Da Vinci. He wants to be the guy that people are coming to see his paintings. So what does he do? He's got to set up an operation to mess up the Mona Lisa.
But that is that's like the thrust that we find out later in the film. We open the movie with a man walking through the line in the Louvre, and he is essentially the one who's going to commit the crime, right? And it's just an intense scene. The opening scene is like everybody's like walking around, and this guy is just in the crowd. And he pulls out of his trench coat a cake the size of a football. As he's passing the Mona Lisa, he stands up tall, moves close to it, and throws it at the Mona Lisa, and is immediately tackled by millions of people, security guards who are angry about this.
I think he should be tackled by somebody different.
He's tackled by the patrons of the Louvre who are really pissed off.
I think he should be tackled by something different.
Ooh, so he's tackled by a school trip from Minnesota who flew over, and it's an art class of 12-year-olds. And the 12-year-olds tackled this guy. We don't know who it is. And they like start beating him up and all this stuff. And then the security guards take him away. And it's later revealed to be a guy named Pedro. And Pedro,
I think he should be named something different.
his name is Chris.
I think he should be named something different.
His name is Christio.
No, I think he should be named something different.
His name is Bob.
I think he should be named something different.
His name is Michel.
I think he should be named something different.
His name is Christine. All right.
I think he should be named something different.
So his name is Mathieu.
Something different.
His name is Tom Cruise.
It's definitely something different.
His name is Val.
Something different.
His name is Walker. Walker. All right. So Walker, who's now clearly an American, he is taken into custody by the special services in France, which I don't know what they are. But anyway, he's like taken into the back room and he starts getting interrogated, and he immediately like starts talking about Giovanni and this plot to unravel the fame of the Mona Lisa.
So they're interrogating him, and he's like, yeah, Giovanni paid me to do this. And like, Giovanni? Who's Giorgio Giovanni? We don't know Giorgio Giovanni. Nobody knows about Giorgio Giovanni. We know about Da Vinci. He did the Mona Lisa. Are you telling me this guy did the Bellevier and Mie High Life? No. No. That's false. He does not exist. You're talking crazy, Walker. You're talking crazy, Walker.
You should say something different.
What are you saying, Walker, that Giorgio Giovanni put you up to this?
You should say something different.
Walker, I think you are full of shit.
I think you should say something different.
I think you're onto something, Walker.
Something different.
Walker, come. I want you to see something. So then this guard takes him to this holding cell. It's kind of like this balcony, and it just kind of goes deeper. It's under the Louvre, and it's just deeper cells, and they have like a holding cell that you can look down upon, and there's like other guys in there like that have been like shackled up and chained, and he's like, I think I finally believe you, because each of these 17 other men have the same story, but now the 18th one, it finally clicks that someone is trying to destroy the Mona Lisa.
And the proof is in the pudding, because the guard then reveals that the actual Mona Lisa has been stolen by Giovanni. So this all happens in the first 50 minutes. Like, there's some plot twists going on here, right? Like, Walker thinks he just threw a cake at the real Mona Lisa because Giovanni, paid him to do it, essentially. All these other 19 guys have the same story of what's been happening. But the truth is, and the security guard says, look, you're American, so you're clearly more capable than all these other European guys who are in the cell. So we believe in you to help us get the Mona Lisa back. And you're going to do it. Otherwise, we're going to press charges.
They're going to do something different.
They're going to make him take art classes.
They're going to do something different.
They're going to make him scrub the floor of all the cake frosting that he picked up.
They're going to do something different.
They're going to make him take a load from every dude in the cell.
They're going to do something different. They're going to do something different.
Jesus Christ.
They're going to make Walker go to jail for a very long time.
They should do something different.
They are going to send him to Siberia in Russia because they have an agreement with the Russians.
Cool.
Okay. So they're going to export him. So Walker decides to help them track down Giovanni and steal back the Mona Lisa. So again, like, I don't believe in thieves unless you're stealing from another bad person. So this whole thing is we open on Giovanni. He's an empathetic character. And then within the first 15 minutes, we realize that he's one of the world's greatest art thieves and is really just doing it out of vengeance for his own failed art career. And Walker, with the help of a hot Interpol agent, is going after Giovanni. And that is the premise of our film.
Exactly. So Walker and Miss Easta Cleveland is they're on the hot pursuit of Giovanni. You really gonna let that one fly? Okay. Yeah. So Easta and Walker,
Like, waiting for the buzzer. East Cleveland.
So yeah, they're she's asking him questions, kind of playing a little hard to get in a way, like a little standoffish, and Walker. He just typed in East Cleveland. I'm sorry.
So anyway, they're down in the Caribbean now because like the last lead they got was like a transmission from Giovanni with a bunch of palm trees behind him and a beautiful azure ocean. that definitely wasn't the specific Pacific. And so they narrowed him down, and the rest of the movie is like an island chase movie. We really love shooting movies in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool. The crew has a great time. I'm talking about production-wise right now. So real life stuff.
Maybe
anyway,
Bermuda.
but the search, the first part is a search. They're searching for clues. They're searching.
Hold on, Luke. Where?
Maybe in Bermuda.
Yeah, somewhere different.
Probably the St. Petersburg,
Yeah, probably somewhere different.
the Bahamas.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so we're in the Bahamas, and they're searching around for clues, and they eventually track down Gio Giovanni to one particular island, and they corner him, right? And they find him, and they interrogate him. And Ista is like kicking the shit out of Gio Giovanni, all right? Like kicking the shit out of him. And Walker's like, I don't know if I want to be a part of this. And she's like, you don't understand. This is the most intense art thief in the world. And it's revealed that every major painting in the world has been stolen by Gio Giovanni.
Yeah.
And her father, who is a famous painter,
He should be something different.
he's a famous museum designer.
He should be something different.
He's a famous art curator at some of the world's biggest museums. Is beside himself. So she's doing this for her dad, and so she's just like, Walker, you have to help me find the paintings. And so they like interrogate him a little more, and then he gives them a bunch of clues. And the rest of the movie, essentially, Gio Giovanni's art piece, his claim to fame, is that each of the big paintings are hidden in a certain place around the Caribbean with a timer and a bomb next to him. And his greatest piece of art is going to be the destruction of some of the greatest original paintings of all time. And Ista is just like, Walker, will you take my hand? And will you help me save the world's greatest pieces of art?
And Walker, he's like, sure thing, Batman.
He should say something different.
He said, Ista, I thought you'd never ask.
He should say something different.
He said, Ista, if we don't go right now into the bedroom, the arts are not going to be the only thing that's exploding right now.
Let's Jackson Pollock this
Yeah.
bitch.
And then, so they do some Jackson Pollock, nice scene. And he says, now I'm ready. And then they go, now it's this wild chase, like of going, find all these clues. And, Giovanni was, giving off riddles like, in the land of time before the little cheese was eaten. And, there you'll find the Mona Lisa hidden.
He should say something different.
Where you go to poop your pants in the state of Little France, then you can take my hand for a small dance with Mona Lisa. And so like, oh my God, of course, the Eiffel Tower. How do we not think of that before? So Batman, Ista, and Walker make their way to the Eiffel Tower, and they go up, they take the tour, and then they kind of start seeing, as they're going up the elevator, they start seeing these paintings like lining the inside walls, and then they also see the dynamites and stuff, and
They see something different.
they see these wires that are just lined up.
They see something different.
They see bird, like a bunch of birds and sulfur. That
They see something different.
Oh, okay, I was thinking about the exploding birds. They see
Kittens with bombs strapped to them. Exploding kittens.
Don't help him.
they see puppies with bombs strapped to them.
So anyway, they see this treasure trove of Van Goghs and Picassos and Monets and Michelangelos and Dalis and Rembrandts and Kahlos and Pollocks and Vermeers and Matisse and O'Keeffe's and Raphael's and Auguste Ruzzi's and Cezanne's and Manet's and Caravaggio's and Botticelli's and Kimps. Oh my God, the Kimps are everywhere. And Rubens and Munches and Degas and Gauguins and Delacroix and Grecos and Hopper and Turners and Mandrins and Bosches and Pasquas. Even Pasquas are there.
It should be something different than Musquat.
and Goyas. And some Clees even, which are my personal favorite. We definitely got to feature the Clees. And then they solve the riddle, they disarm the bombs, and all the puppies are set free back into the streets of Paris, where they can go and have little other puppies and continue to just reproduce. And they are happy. And the inspector from fort comes in, he's like, "Oh, you have helped us. Thank you. You are so appreciative." And, Ista is like, "Oh, yeah, you really got me. You really deserve a good thanks for this one." And
You want to see a moaning Easter?
and that's exactly the moment when Walker realizes that the Mona Lisa is still missing.
Dum bum bum. Part
And
2.
The
Okay.
rest of the story is contained in the sequel because we cut back to freaking Giorgio Giovanni in his cell in Paris, just a slow pushing, no laughing.
No laughing. Sorry, I was laughing because it's hilarious.
And then he starts laughing.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "I've got you now, Walker. I've got you now." His whole accent changes, his whole demeanor. It's like the end of spoiler alert for another film for anybody who's out there. Spoiler alert for you, Hot and Ready, just in case. Usual Suspects. Have you seen The Usual Suspects?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen The Usual Suspects?
I haven't seen anything.
All right. So anyway, this is a Usual Suspects thing, but anyway, he just changes his personality completely at the end of the film, and we realize there's much more to come to recapture the Mona Lisa
That's it.
franchise.
That's the one. Yeah, it was multiple thing. It's like a national treasure type situation.
Okay. What are we gonna call this film?
We're calling this one
The Moaning Easter.
calling it Fun Times at the Louvre.
Should we call it something different?
It's called I Miss You, Mona.
Yeah, I like that.
Sticking with that one?
Oh, wow. You're nailing it. All right. Great. All right. What was that again?
Miss You, Mona.
Miss You, Mona. So that's our film. What do you think?
Yeah, guys, this film's got a lot going on. It's action packed. It's hot. East is hot. It's this film seems like it's ready to go, and I think we're gonna make this movie.
Oh yeah. Because we really thought Batman was hot this last summer.
We're really inspired by
Yeah.
Bale's performance and want to incorporate a lot of that.
Yeah. And who better to do it than the character of East of Cleveland?
Exactly. Played by Michelle Rodriguez.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this film's good. I think it might have something. I think it's got the goods.
Oh yeah. It's got the stuff, let me tell you.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
It's time for some Australian news. This is the part of the show where we go down under to our island nation friends and check out what's going on. So, this one actually freaked me out. This is happening live as we speak. Finally got some current, up-to-date news that in 5 weeks when this comes out,
It's gonna be old news.
but we will know what happens.
That's true.
So,
Oh,
follow up.
follow-up.
Aussie news segment 4 weeks from now. Apparently, on like Friday or Saturday night, morning, I think it was Saturday morning, these walkers found a guy laying in the street of this small town. Let's see, this is Queensland.
Queensland's a good place.
Queensland. So they found a guy dead in the street in like a parking space, okay, near his car. And he was missing one of his legs. And he had apparently bled out. And these people call the police. The police come in, really grisly scene. Like the leg is chopped off, like sawed off. And he was dead. So they're like looking around, and somehow they found the guy who did it. I don't know if he admitted to it or what. But apparently there was some sort of agreement between the dead guy and the guy who did it. Because they went to a park together. There's like CCTV footage of them like going to a park together. And the younger guy, the older guy was 66 and the younger guy was like in his 30s, pulls out a circular saw and they go into the park. And then the young guy leaves the park, just like goes home, and then the 66-year-old is like limping out of the park to his car, and just like bleeds out trying to drive away.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what to say. This is just like shock story.
What's the
This
agreement?
just happened. This just happened this weekend, and the cops are like, "We've never seen anything like this ever in our town. Like, this is the most ridiculous thing." And they have him in custody, and they're just trying to sort out what the hell happened.
Does he have a video or some sort of document signed?
I have no idea what's going on.
Wait, so the young guy helped this dude. That's cut the leg off, or is it just
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So the saw belonged to the old guy too. So like this was some.
it's like
I have no idea what's going on.
I mean, this guy's just like, hey, I got a proposition for you, mate. You come over to the park, cut me leg off, give you 100 pounds,
And a bear.
That's
Oh, broski.
give you a couple
and
beers.
That's not a slow process either.
But like the gore, like imagine just the.
circular.
I mean, it is nuts.
Like, did he have to tie
And
that
I don't
guy
know
down? Or
if it was below the leg or above the leg. Here's my
Knee?
theory. Let's do a quick round of theories, okay? Just straight through the knee.
that's a barrism.
Straight through the
I don't know if it was below the leg or the above the leg, but he cut his leg off.
Nickisms.
Nick is. So my theory is the guy had some sort of ailment in his leg that he couldn't pay for it. He couldn't pay for it, didn't have health insurance, and so he thought the best next thing was to have his buddy, his neighbor, like chop off the leg. And I think the guy just did it, thinking he was helping him out, and the guy perished. That's my theory.
They didn't put a belt around it to cut off the circulation.
Clearly not a surgeon.
Circulation.
Clearly not a surgeon.
It wasn't. They didn't do it like the Griffins.
Yeah.
You know, the football player.
So
Oh,
could you imagine finding that guy?
yeah.
I
like-
wouldn't. Yeah, if we were walking on the street and came across a guy with.
But they found him and he was already dead. He wasn't dying.
Like apparently, the people who found him, he died
already-
with them.
And then they punched him just to be like, yeah,
Are you
come
dead?
on, man.
Are you sure you're dead?
That's like
Live.
it's like the instant question though. Like what happened? No, he's just like, don't want to tell you, mate.
I did it on purpose. This is all part of the plan.
Oh, man. Did he tell those guys like, no, I paid someone to do this?
Okay, so like I should have pitched this as a based on a true story.
Yeah,
'Cause
maybe.
This is way better like than I thought. But imagine that those people like tried to save him. He like pushed something into their hand like a treasure map. It was just like
Just your copper pot.
like it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. Tell us what happened.
Oh, that's good.
You want the story? Yeah, we want the story. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Dang. That's the closing right there.
Closing.
Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.